Artificial love, we just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up.
You sigh and take the sip of your drink. As you lower the cup, the cold breeze brushed against your face, carrying the scent of the river and the night. It was your wedding night, yet here you were, sitting on the bank of a quiet river with Jungkook by your side. You glance over at Jungkook, who was staring out at the water, lost in thought. His expression was calm, but there was a heaviness in his eyes that you couldn't ignore. This night, which should have been filled with celebration and joy for him, but everything turned totally different. The girl he was about to marry never reached the marriage hall. Even though it was an arranged marriage, he barely knows her. But the fact that she was faking all the smile and care and the memories with him for the past 1 month, when she never meant any of it, hurts him more. And after seeing his bride getting replaced is even more hurtful for him. He doesn't want anyone else to give up on their dreams for him. But he was helpless in front of his family's decision. And in his case, you are that to replace the wife of his. His fiancée running away had thrown both of your life into chaos. And now, here you were, best friends, forced into a marriage neither of you had planned for. Sighing softly, you broke the silence. This isn't exactly how I imagined spending my wedding night. You admit, your voice barely above a whisper. Jungkook turned to look at you, his gaze softening as it met yours. Yeah, me neither. Sitting here having drink with my best friend who is now my wife. This is really so unexpected. There was no need to say more. The weight of the situation was heavy enough without words. You both knew this wasn't how things were supposed to be. You were supposed to be the one standing by his side as his best friend, not as his wife. But life had other plans, and now you were both trying to make sense of it all. Wrapping your arm around yourself, you look back at the river. It's beautiful out here. You said, trying to focus on something, anything that didn't remind you of that strange new reality you were in. It is. I'm glad we come here. I need to get away from everything, even just for a little while. You smile faintly, understanding what he meant. The night has been overwhelming, filled with emotion neither of you were prepared to deal with. Me too, you whispered, taking another sip of your drink. The coolness of the air and the softness of the river bank helped soothe the mess inside you, if only for a moment. Jungkook shifted beside you, leaning back on his hand as he looked up at the sky. You know, I never imagined we did end up like this. Neither did I. I wanted to be there for you, but not like this. You were always there for me, even now, when everything gone wrong. You are still here. His words struck a chord deep within you. You had always been there for him, through every high and low, every heartbreak and joy. But this was different. This was a lifetime commitment, a bond that went beyond friendship, and it scared you as much as it scared him. You broke the gaze first, looking down at your drink, trying to gather your thoughts. It's strange, isn't it, how everything can change in a single day. Yeah, but maybe it doesn't have to be so bad. Maybe not. You said, and you both went silent again. Suddenly something crossed his mind and he looked at you, frowning his brows. I heard from somewhere that you were going on a date with Hyunjin, your crush from university, that so-called heartthrob. You chuckled softly, shaking your head. I was supposed to, but he ditched me after finding out I was getting married to you. Jungkook's eyebrows shoot in surprise. Didn't you try to explain to him that it's not what he is thinking? I did, but honestly, he wasn't really my type. I realized that when he walked away. It didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. Jungkook nodded slowly, processing her words. He glanced at you, his gaze more intense now as he spoke. My life is almost ruined. Let's not ruin your life. We got married, but we can treat it like a contract until you find someone who is right for you. You look at him, his offer hanging in the air between you. For a moment, you thought about what he was saying, about what it meant for both of you. Then, with a small smile, you nodded. Not a bad idea. You agree, though your mind was already spinning with different thoughts, feeling you were not quite ready to confront. He smiled back at you, a sense of relief washing over his feature. The two of you raised your drinks, clinking them together in a quiet toast. Cheers! You smiled before both of you turned back to face the river. Have you ever cooked before? Jungkook asked, looking at you, and your heart skipped its beat, thinking that it doesn't turn out the way you thought. You just think to make something for both of you as you are tired of ordering food and eating them. But seems like it's not the right decision of yours. The past 1 month of your marriage is the most beautiful phase of your life. You never thought it will ever turn like this. You both are enjoying each other's company more than ever. And little did you both know that it's not just friendship anymore. There is even something more than that. There are some unknown feelings that are developing between you two, and it can't be ignored. What happened? Is it not good? Oh God, I should know it. You said, looking a little disappointed on your cooking. He chuckled and leaned to the counter, looking at your face. He chuckled and tapped on your nose slightly. It's the first time I'm eating something made by you, and I think I'm already addicted. My wife is really a great cook. He whispered near your ear, making a shiver run down to your body. You looked at him and scoffed, slapping on his chest. He missed that. Since the day you both get married, a little awkwardness spread among you both. He missed those small actions of yours which you only feel comfortable with him. And slapping him every time is one of them. He laughed while you scoffed. You scared me for a second. I doubted myself. You freaking John? You are not getting lunch today. Stay hungry or cook yourself something. You said, serving the food in one plate, and walked out the kitchen smiling slightly. As if I let you eat alone, he said, and jumping above the counter, he ran to catch you. You looked back and screamed, seeing him grabbing the plate. You started to run. Yeah, John Jungkook, it will spill. Yeah, it's mine. You shouted when he attacked on your foot. Grabbing you by your waist, he dropped himself on the couch while you were between his arms, sitting on his lap. Your both hands were blocked by his tight hug while he was enjoying the food. You laugh. Yeah, it's my pancake, you bastard. And here is your ice cream, as you demanded, Queen Vian. He said, giving you the packet he brought. You smiled and bowed at him like a real princess, making him chuckle at your cuteness. He peeked inside the packet and took his mint chocolate, making you scrunch your nose. This one is for me. Of course, you can have it. The only thing I won't mind. You toothpaste lover? You said, rolling your eyes while he chuckled. For your kind information, it's mint. M-I-N-T, chocolate. He said, taking a big bite of his chocolate, and walked towards the kitchen, making you scoff. You smiled looking at the package and decided to have your ice cream before it melts away. You open the packet and your smile fades. You remember asking him vanilla. Mint? But yeah, John Jungkook. Jungkook laughed and ran for his dear life while you ran to catch him, forgetting that he just brought that to tease you, as there's another pack of your favorite ice cream. Today I won't leave you, you freaking coconut head. It's the ice cream you asked for. What's wrong with you? You are asking to get beaten up? Huh? You stay there. I'm enough of you now. You always do this to me, you zoning monster. Why are you hiding? Come out, you monster. You said kicking the door of your bedroom, which he locked from inside. You kicked again, making him laugh even louder. Come on, he is really so heavy. You said as you helped the guard to take Jungkook back to his room. You managed to get him inside without too much trouble. Jungkook usually so composed and in control, and now a heavy stumbling mess. His words slurred and his eyes half closed. He knows that I don't like heavy drinker, but he didn't care to think of me at once. Such a selfish man. You have to pay for that once you get sober. You whisper and look at the guard who bowed at you. Thank you, I will take care of him now. You whispered to the guard as they carefully laid Jungkook on his bed. They nodded and bowed respectively before leaving, closing the door behind them. You signed running a hand through your hair as you turned back to Jungkook. He was stretched out on the bed, his shirt half unbuttoned and his shoes still on. The sight was both adorable and annoyed. You own me for all this, understand? Walking over, you knelt down beside him and gently untied his shoes, slipping them off and placing them by the side of the bed. Next, you loose his tie and remove it, tossing it onto the chair in the corner. His shirt was a bit tricky, but you managed to unbutton it enough to make him feel more relaxed. As you were about to pull the blanket over him, Jungkook suddenly moved slightly, his hand reaching out blindly until it grabbed onto your dress. He tugged weakly, pulling you closer. You frozen for a moment, startled by this unexpected action. You looked at him. Your face was so close to him as you can feel his breath on it. Your heartbeat raced, almost getting out of your control as you stare at his angelic face. It's cold. I'm cold. He whispered in his sleep. His voice was barely audible, but enough for you to snap back. You hummed. Okay, I got it, but leave me so I can give you a blanket. You said, but he didn't answer. Jungkook's grip on your dress was firm, his face relaxed but still showing traces of discomfort from the cold. You sighed softly, the sight of him so vulnerable tugging at your heart. Gently you reach out and brushed a few stray strands of hair away from his forehead, revealing his serene boyish features. For a moment you simply watch him, a small smile playing on your lips. His usual tough exterior was completely gone, replaced by a softness. It was in these quiet, unguarded moments that you felt closer to him. Even if he was fast asleep, you leaned in, pressing a gentle kiss on his forehead. That was just a second longer than necessary. His skin was warm beneath your lips, and you could feel his breath. You drive me crazy, Jungkook, but I think I have always cared about you more than I should. You somehow managed to lose his grip around your dress and blew the blanket on him. Taking a deep breath, you smiled, looking at his sleeping figure, and walked to your side of bed. You lay there staring at the ceiling. These days it's getting harder for you to justify your own actions. You are getting attracted towards him in a different way. His presence started to feel something else. It's like you are craving for him. Every second, the more you try to run away from these thoughts in thought of ruining your friendship, the more it crossed your mind. You even started to ignore him so that these growing feelings will stop. But it's of no use. You sign and look at your side. Biting your lower lip, you grab a pillow and throw that on his face. Stop snoring, you are too loud. You sign and look back at the ceiling but bite your lower lip again when he started to snore even louder. This man, oh, I didn't sleep since the day I come here. Stop it. You turn back and cover your ears with a blanket. After getting freshened up, Jungkook walked in the kitchen and saw you making the soup for him. He smiled slightly. You were back facing him. He signed and sat on the dinner table. You look at him with your side eyes. Thank you for last night, and I'm sorry too. You didn't say anything and just continued doing your work. He signed. I really didn't mean to drink much. Actually, I was just a little carried away with my emotions. If I do something bad or behave jerk with you, then I'm sorry for that too. I was really not in my right mind after drinking that much. You didn't turn back to look at him, just signed deeply, the sound nearly annoyed. He is well introduced with every single expression of yours, so it didn't take him time to know you didn't like him drinking more than his capacity. Why are you explaining me all this? You never did that before. Drinking or not, it's not my problem. I really don't care. You said as you continue to do your work. Jungkook looked at you for some second and then smiled. You indeed a bad liar and always thought that no one able to catch you, but he always does. Yesterday he must have drunk out of his mind, but not enough that he won't remember the care of yours. The way your body was not matching with your every word. You said that you don't care, but you do. The way your lips rested on his forehead. He might have forgotten all of it, but not the shiver you sent in his heart just by that kiss. He won't forget the way your that touch sent his heart in overdrive. It was different from any other touch of yours, and he couldn't able to forget that. Small I love you said to him. The more he tried to shake it off, the more his memory from yesterday was getting clear. He didn't let it show, always scared what if he end up losing what he had also. He learned to keep his emotion in check around you, but not this time. He already planned something else now. Will you stop looking at me as if I am your whole world? And what if I say you are? You chuckle and continue to do your work. Of course, in friendship, these words doesn't mean anything more than just care for each other and a friend love. I think you really needed this. You are still drunk, are not you? Jungkook sighed and walked towards you until his chest touched your back. He leaned a little closer to your face and whispered in your ear. You really don't care? You sighed and moved away from there to grab a bowl. You poured some soup in it. It's not in the terms, was it? I always do care for you, but what you do isn't my business to be concerned with. It's your life and we already decided not to disturb each other. He remained silent for a while and took a deep breath. Why so suddenly? We do care for each other's small things. Since when this privacy things come in between us? It was never there before. Yeah, it was not before, but it's now. Because that time we were friends. Best friends? You said, turning to him and extended the bowl towards him. So, we are not now? You stopped for a while and just hummed. We are, but now we are something more also. Something more. What? He asked, looking in your eyes, expecting you to be honest with your emotion when he already got to know of everything now. You took a deep breath and shrugged your shoulder. Don't know, maybe contractors? He bit his lower lip. You sighed and walked away from there, but before you left, he grabbed your waist, turning you around, he made you sit on the counter. Making a gasp left your mouth. You looked at him shocked and surprised as well. While he prayed your knees open so he can stand between them. He lifted your chin up with his finger. Jungkook, are you crazy? What are you doing? You said trying to get down, but he didn't let you. You look at him. Will we like this forever? Because I'm not liking this change at all, not even a bit. You stopped there looking in his eyes for a while, and as always, you saw an honest man in them. Don't know, maybe after all this we finish, we will be back as how we were. I don't really know anything and just accept. With relation, behavior and emotion also changes. We can't force ourselves to act nice always. Maybe with this relation, the feeling are different, but as we will go back to how we were, then things will be same again. And what if I don't want to go back? Your heart skipped its beat. You looked at him and his face leans even more closer to yours, dangerously close to you. You gulp as you find yourself getting lost in his eyes again. The more you want to stop here, the more you are getting lost in them. Jungkook, let go of me. You can't. You know that if you stay here for some more minutes, then things will go out of control, and you don't want to lose someone who means everything to you. Stop it, Fayan. Why are you keep lying to me, to yourself, and until when you are planning to do that, huh? What are you talking about? Stop making a mess. His hand want to touch you, but he somehow keep himself control, grabbing the counter tightly. His eyes never left yours, and you were trying hard not to break this eye contact. As if you don't know what I am talking about. Do people also change with emotions? Later we don't need words to know how others feel, but then, what's now? Wyatt, I know that you are just pretending not to care about me when you really do. Didn't you feel bad when I come drunk, even after knowing that you hate this? And you still did. Even after knowing I won't like it, you did that. Because I wanted to know something which I still didn't know. Just tell me. Is it important to ignore each other like this? I'm repeating that I am not liking this new change in us. Can't we just stop it here? Is it necessary? We understand each other more than anyone else can. We understand each other's pain. I know how to make you happy and you know how to brighten up my mood. Then why all this now? Don't be innocent. It's you who made that freaking contract. Then I am the one breaking it too. You pressed your lips together and pulled him closer to you, grabbing his shirt tightly in your fist. But that eye contact never broke. Because that's the only thing that's keeping us away now. And if we ever cross that line, then I won't promise if I will ever be able to go back. So let it be like this until we are in this contract. And that's what I am trying to tell you. Just don't go back. And even if you want to, then I will not let you turn from here now. Because I know I want this with you now. Not from today, but from forever. Getting away from you will hurt me more than that day that marriage was hurting me. So stay here forever. I have realized that I don't want to lose you. I know this isn't what either of us planned, but I think I'm falling in love with you. I want to be honest with you. I want to give this marriage a real chance. I want to be with you, not just because we were forced into this, but because I truly care about you. Your eyes get teary, the love of years you have buried with the news of his marriage suddenly freshening again with his confession. You look back and forth in his eyes. With me, he hummed, and his hand gently caresses your with his thumb. Only with you, because I realized that I never loved anyone than I do to you. I really don't know, are we really friends? Because they don't look at each other like us. We were indeed good friends, but things change, Ryan. You scoff looking in his eyes. Are you sure? Because I can really be a difficult person. And what if you stop when you feel his lips on yours? For a moment, you forgot the world as the only thing you feel and remember is his lips on yours. Your breath stuck in your throat. He peeked her lips and looked at you, and your whole face turned red. Don't tell me what kind of person you are, because I already knew. Maybe I know you better than yourself too. I see a strong and independent girl, and I thank God every second to let me cross my path with you. I can wholeheartedly say that I have fallen in love with you, my love. I am always yours, even if you don't want me. And that's when you couldn't able to control yourself. Pulling him closer to you, you kissed him. He was so shocked at first, but then smiled and kissed you back. Your hand wrapped around him and kisses his hair while he pulled you closer by your waist and showed all the affection and love of him in just one kiss. After a while, he broke the kiss and chuckled as he met the most gorgeous scene ever. Your eyes looking down, lips swell, and cheeks all red. He chuckled. It's so rare to see you like this, but the fact that he will see you like this more often now make his heart flutter. After some seconds, you lifted your eyes and looked at him. He smiled at you. Still not sure. Jungkook, what if it won't work out? He took a deep breath and looked at you, nodding his head slightly. He poked his cheek. If it won't work out, then let's make it, because everything will be alright with you. You smiled and wrapped your arm around his neck and hugged him. He chuckled. Whatever it is, but one thing is sure, that you are not a true friend. You betray me by loving me. You love your best friend secretly. He slightly took a step back and looked at you with his raised brows. Really? It's you who is saying that? Then you are not innocent either, my love. You chuckled, stay there looking at him for a while and sighing. Only if we knew that we love each other from the start, we might celebrate our wedding night. But look, we just wasted the most precious day of our life. He shrieked and moved closer to your ear, raising your heartbeat. He chuckled, knowing your already nervous self. Your grip on the counter get tightened as he bit your earlobe. Jungkook, we don't need a special day to celebrate our night, my love.